Hey YouTube, welcome to the Off-Grid Mountain Homestead. Today's video has a lot of moving parts, so bear with me while I shoot today's video. But the topic is vacuum sealer for mason jars. So this is a little kit got off Amazon. Food Saver, who makes my vacuum sealer, has a kit, but usually they're out of stock and they're over twice the price of this kit. And reason I went with this kit, it had a lot of reviews and positive reviews. Almost all the reviews were 5-star, which thousands of reviews on this kit. And it comes with a little manual vacuum pump too. Attachments for your Food Saver or other vacuum sealing device, so you can plug it into the port and vacuum seal the jars with the vacuum button on your Food Saver, whichever kind or type you have, so it'll fit the majority of the food sealers. Comes with a adapter hose to go to the little manual hand pump, so in case you don't have power or a grid down situation and you need to vacuum seal something in a mason jar, you can use the little hand pump to do it. And it comes with a wide mouth adapter, regular mouth adapter, and they even give you a couple of lids to play around with. Well, actually 4 lids, so that's pretty nice. And what would you need to vacuum seal mason jars for? Well, something like your spices or herbs for your kitchen. Keeps them fresh, keeps oxygen out. You don't have to use oxygen absorbers. You can vacuum out all the air, or whatever spices you have. Or if you've got bulk food items like this Augustin Farms honey powder, once you open it and break the seal on it, all you got is a little rubber flap to try to keep air and stuff out of it. So if you had to break down something bulk into smaller, pine or quart mason jars, you could vacuum seal the mason jars, keep the air out and keep the products fresh, especially something like this honey powder that would readily absorb moisture once you open it. Or if you got big jars, you might could do sugar or something like that, or cornmeal, flour. If you have 1 gallon mason jars, you can put it in there, so you don't have to waste your bags, or if you run out of bags for your actual vacuum sealer for other items, you can always stick them in your mason jars and vacuum seal them down. So I'll give you a demonstration here in just a second. But here's some Chinese canning lids. These are not Ball or Kerr. These are knockoffs. I don't recommend these for pressure canning. We've used these for hot water bathing. They do fine for hot water bathing, but a lot of info on there about not using these for pressure canning because the lids buckle. So we save our Ball and Kerr lids, the good ones, for pressure canning, and use these lids for hot water bathing or dry storage in mason jars or cold storage. There's all the components of the kit laid out. You get 2 wide mouth, 2 narrow mouth lids. And I forgot to show this a second ago. They do give you a anodized aluminum can opener. The vacuum pump instructions: wide mouth, regular mouth, adapter hose, and then Food Saver hose. And this kit is $14.99 right now. It's 25% off. Regular price is $19.99 on Amazon. So I'll put a link in the description in case you're interested in purchasing this product. So now to the demonstration. Alright, we have the vacuum pump, manual vacuum pump. We're not going to use the Food Saver today. We're just going to use the manual pump to simulate a grid down situation with no power. So put your adapter hose into the vacuum pump. It's got a soft rubber adapter in the bottom, so it makes a good seal on the hose. Alright, and then take your neck adapter to go to the lid sealer. Put it in there as such. So take your mason jar, and since this is a regular mouth, put the lid on there, and then the regular mouth adapter. Seat it firmly on top of the jar as such. And then you can take the adapter and plug it in like such. Now, vacuum all the air out. It's not as fast as the Food Saver, but it still gets the job done. And it'll kind of let you know when you're getting near the limit. It starts getting tough. But you can pull it further and further, and then I can keep going, but I'm not going to, because I'm just going to break this vacuum for demonstrations in a minute. So once you get done to your vacuum level, just pop the hose off of there. That lets the lid seat back down because this jar is under a vacuum. So then you can take your adapter off, and now your jar is under a vacuum. To test your vacuum, hold it by the lid. So you can see that jar is under a vacuum. So now we will take the anodized tool, and if you listen, you'll hear the vacuum release. That's a serious vacuum. And another thing, I almost forgot to mention it, is you don't have to use the hose if it's something quick and you're going to use it, you know, several times a week or a month. You don't need as deep of a vacuum seal. The soft silicone on the end of this pump you can put directly on the lid and vacuum it that way. It'll achieve similar results. See, it actually will hold it on there. But I like the hose because I feel that's a better mechanical seal, so more reliable, or a deeper vacuum, if you will. Alright, got the jar re-vacuumed. You see the button on the lid's down, still under vacuum again. So you can store it just like that. You know, some folks like to store their Canon stuff with the rings off. Some like the rings on. But since these jars are small, we have them in a little organizer. The tops, you know, get real close to each other, so you can put your band on, you know, if you want to, or leave it off. Your personal choice on that. But if you do, you know, decide to put the band on to protect the lid, you know, don't put it down too tight because it can actually squeeze the seal under the lid and break the vacuum. But we store all our products like this, especially pressure canned and hot water bath. We don't leave the rings on because you can get bacteria growth under here because you can't clean them as good. So we take all our bands off and wash our pressure can and stuff. But you know, that doesn't matter on this video. Just demonstrating the dry products vacuum sealing them. And you know, you could put, if you had bigger jars, I got some gallon jars. You know, you could put, you know, cookies and crackers in, or candies, keep them fresher longer. And this will save you from having to use Ziploc bags. You don't, you know, this is a reusable product. You can use this jar and this lid and this method time and time again, hundreds or thousands of times. A Ziploc bag, you know, usually one time and it's shot. So you could, you know, wash this jar, put another product in it. So that'll save you some money right there too. So, you know, think of what $14.99 will buy you in Ziploc bags versus if you already got a collection of mason jars. You know, how many jars you could do with this vacuum seal, and you wouldn't have to buy, you know, Ziploc bags. So it could pay for itself, you know, rather quickly. Let y'all hear that vacuum break one more time on a bigger jar. Got more air volume in there. So again, pop it loose, take the adapter off the top, and try to release it slow this time. Not bad. So that's a little kit, so you can seal up all your stuff, not to waste no Ziploc bags or nothing like that. So thank you for watching the Off-Grid Mountain Homestead. Stay tuned, like, comment, subscribe.